It's Armored Dan back at you for another video of the week. We're going to look at alternate methods of fire starting. Let me get that out of the way. My bad. Sorry about the setup. Everything here could be used to start fires. We're going to talk about that for a second. First of all, we have this hand sanitizer, 70% ethyl alcohol. Now, I actually had somebody ask me, why don't you put the hand sanitizer or rubbing alcohol in a straw? Because right now it's too cold in my region to go outside and play with alcohol and fire. So when it warms up, I'm going to attempt to do it. No promises, but I want to see if it'll work. So stay with me and you'll be able to learn by my mistakes. Again, hand sanitizer, any brand. You can buy the big bottles, the little bottles, and they'll even use it to keep your hands clean when you've been playing with dead animal guts, or you've been crawling around in the dirt defending your position, or whatever. Works good. Think about it. Oh my word, we got a piece of big wire and battery. I can take a multi-tool, snip a couple pieces of this wire off, hold the wires each down on the end of this battery, and it's an old camera battery that's not totally discharged, but it won't run on my camera anymore, my old camera. I think I gave those away, but I still have this battery laying around because it has some voltage. A couple of volts is all you need. You get the ends of these very close and you'll see a very small spark. Quick way to ignite that hand sanitizer. Quick way to ignite something like a wick that's been soaked in AAA, petroleum jelly, anything like that, or even if you have like a lamp oil, it'll ignite it. Okay? So, another way, you know something? I smoked for 30 years. Smartest thing I did was lay them stupid things down, but I at least learned that these work. When you need it, it's there. Now, just because the gas is gone, don't throw it away. That's spark. That's sparker system. You can sit there with a ferro rod and kind of hit it with your knife and try to get them, but if I can just get down there and go and just ignite it from here, hey, great. Keep it simple, stupid. Now while we're talking about electrical fires, sorry I didn't cut to this one first. This is a simple cell phone charger, extra battery. While we got power, well, maybe I should. Okay, I'm at 3/4 juice on it right now. You see, it has 4 dots. We got 3 of them. This is my old phone charger, the old 30-pin. You guys can figure out what brand that might be. If I had to, when I need to cut this off, I'm going to take 2 wires out of there that carry the voltage. All right, I believe it's the red and the black. Plug it into here. You got about 2.1. You actually have a power switch. Problem is, it comes on and stays on for a little bit. But still, you can get a spark. You can get that fire going. Get warm. Come on, we already know what this is. Yeah, I know. It's big and it's bulky. And I considered removing the glass actually from the plastic housing. But as I started figuring it out, I took the battery out of it. But it has a light in it. So I could actually not need to take a flashlight and use this if I needed. I could use that light, take some of my aluminum foil I keep with me, just a folded up foil, cover one side of it and use it as a reflector to really broadcast the light, using the magnifying glass, of course. And then for the fire side of it, for the fire side of it, it has the large glass and it also has a smaller glass. I don't know if you can see it that well. Yeah, you can see it on the camera pretty well. I think I got it at the 99-cent store, Dollar Tree, something like that. Just some cheap store, like $1. Definitely think about that one. Tissue. The electric's been out for 3 hours. The internet's down. There's got to be people out there crying. Throw it in your kit. Do you have any idea what it's like to grab the wrong leaf and you're out in the field for the next 14 days? And then if you gotta light it, I would prefer to light it unused, but worst case scenario. I don't think I need to talk about that too much, but still, it's just a little pack of tissue, and literally for the weight. Pencil sharpeners, telling you, this is a double barrel. It's got the large one and the small hole. I actually have some. Nope, this is a different one. I buy these at the big box store. They're between like 50 and 97 cents. They're under $1 a piece. You can sharpen. So instead of trying to use these darn chopsticks to figure out how to pick that thing up, you can just eat it. All right. But either way, those pencil sharpenings are quick tinder. So you're not only making a sharp pointy thing to get an eye or maybe make an arrow, but instead of wasting what's coming off, you're collecting it here. And then when you need it, it's right there. You've got quick tinder. You don't have to, it's raining out. You can keep this in a, one of them baggies that seal up real good. You can keep it in there, keep it dry. All right, yes, you got dryer lint, hopefully, or cotton or steel wool. You need another stage of your fire. You gotta, if you want, gotta get that wood in there. All right, that'll just make your life a little bit more convenient. 97 cents. And then, while we're on the 97 cents or dollar, I buy these in a 3-pack. I've had these a few years. Really trying to go through them. But a couple things on matches. This is a Strike Anywhere. You can get the other kind, but just make sure that you have the striker with you. But I like to buy the ones that are Strike Anywhere. They're blue or they're green and they have a white tip. A lot of uses for that chemical compound right there. Also, you can knock them against your blue jean pants. You can strike them against the zipper of a coat. You can use the file in your multi-tool. There's so many ways. Even some engraving on different knives you can run across it and it'll fire. You use a fingernail, your tooth. I've seen them lit in so many ways. I'll bet, and I haven't done this, if I check on YouTube, there's probably a video out there of about 1,000 different ways to light these stupid things. Here's the biggest problem with these, though. When they get wet, they're done. You got to let them dry. The match tip's going to be, they're not going to be that reliable. So, a couple of ideas. A, yes, I put them in straws. The ones in the straws are the littler ones, about half the size. But something, again, I saw it on YouTube. They took the larger matchsticks and a square, and if it's double ply, tear it and take it apart. 1 square of toilet paper, toilet tissue, stuff you'd rather not go without, but you probably don't have in your EDC. Just saying. Wrapped it around here, nice and snug, and I think in one place they actually put like a little wire tie on it. We'll talk about what we do with wire later to hold it in place. And then it would dip it in wax. Melt a candle. You can do it on a stove. You can just light the wick, whatever. Melt a candle, and then they roll the toilet tissue around in the wax and create a small candle. Now here's what was really neat. They actually dipped this end of the match. I don't have any of them made up on this video, but we're going to talk about this a little later. But they would actually dip all the match, to include the striker side, in the wax and seal it. There's a coating over it. And then you watch them drop it in water and submerge it for quite some time. Of course, it floats. But then they just wipe they knock that wax off up here. They strike it. And normally you strike this match, and if you're holding it in your pliers, you're going to be lucky to get about, I'm estimating, 10 or 12 seconds of fire with no wind here in the house. I don't want the fire alarm going off. When I dip it in wax, I created a small candle that'll burn for like 2.5 minutes. I have a lot of bonfires in my backyard. Friends come over, we hang out. And I actually use these dipped matches. That's why I don't have any on the video right now. They're out in my vehicle. But I use these dipped matches to light the fire all the time. I'm telling you, when you learn how to do that, the first time you do it, you're not gonna want to stop at 300 matches. That's why I've got so many. So I got kind of excited about that, and a little overzealous. Think about it. Your life. We're gonna talk about candle wicks. These are the oil lantern wicks. I got them again at a inexpensive store. They have yellow bags, so figure that one out. But we can use these for if you need to pack a wound. You could use them, but tampons work good for that too. You can use them as a wick in a pop can with some oil in it. There's a lot of different uses for these. We'll look at them in a later video, but I just wanted to call your attention to it. It helps to carry fire, to move fire, to transport fire. And then foil. Lightweight, kitchen grade. Go buy it at the big box store. Foil. This is about whatever the width of the sheet was on the log, and about 5 feet. And I'm not kidding you. I can stuff that in my wallet and I'd probably forget it's in there. And I don't carry a great big thick wallet. So let's say you get to some dry ground, or you got some ground that's really mossy and you don't want to light, you can't really light a fire there because you got that moss underbelly that could ignite the whole woods. Put your foil down. Put the fire on the foil. Make sure you put it out before you leave, because you probably want to keep the foil. Fold it up. There's YouTube videos that show you how to make this in a cook pots, how to make it in water storage containers. So maybe you eat part of the rabbit, you wrap the other part up, take it with you. Okay, just saying. Like I always say, always strive to survive, to stay alive. Knowledge not shared or written down is a waste. Works now. You guys have a great night.